With Jonah, Bolden and Brewer joining the regular rotation, the Philadelphia 76ers have seen an uptick in production. Despite losses to Oklahoma City and Denver, it's clear Brett Brown and co. are turning a corner. The second unit no longer feels inept, while Joel Embiid's MVP case continues to grow. He's still a tier below Giannis, Antetokounmpo and James Harden in that conversation, but the All-Star starter should get some consideration in June. Here's where the Sixers stand in the NBA landscape. Standings accurate as of January 27, 2019 at 12 p.m. ET. The Cavs are just bad. With Kevin Love toiling on the sideline, there's really no room for optimism. It will come down to lottery balls next summer. The Knicks are also waiting on lottery balls. Enes Kanter wants a trade. Tim Hardaway Jr. publicly criticized Alonzo Trier, and the young core continues to ebb and flow. Kevin Knox looks promising at least. The Bulls have gotten tangibly worse since replacing Fred Hoiberg with Jim Boylen. The latter has an outdated philosophy, questionable leadership traits and an apparent inability to connect with his players. It's not great. The Suns are wasting Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton's first season in tandem. It's not unexpected, but still concerning to see the lack of all-around growth. Even with tanking in mind, the Hawks have been surprisingly competitive in recent weeks. Young is turning a corner, Kevin Huerter looks legit, and John Collins has a fringe all-star case. Vince Carter, now 42 years old, is still playing decent minutes. Page 2. Photo by Joe Murphy. NBA via Getty Images. The Magic are wasting an all-star season from Nikola Vucevic, struggling to keep pace with Eastern Conference contenders. There have been flashes from the young corp, but they're on pace for another disappointing season in Orlando. The Grizzlies are now 14th in the West and in no position to contend for a playoff spot. After briefly sitting atop the standings earlier this season, their deterioration came at an unexpected time. Now Marc Gasol and Mike Conley are on the trade block. Pistons continue to get elite production from Blake Griffin, who should make the All-Star team. Andre Drummond can rebound the basketball. That's about it as far as positive things happening in Detroit go. Bradley Beal is keeping the Wizards competitive, making himself an all-star luck in the process. Washington has talent, but the roster construction, chemistry questions and slow start have all but rendered the 2018-19 season a failure. Kemba Walker will start the All-Star game in Charlotte, and deservingly so. He's been spectacular all season, leading Eastern Conference guards in scoring. The Hornets just don't have enough around him to compete on a nightly basis. Page 3. Use your arrows to browse. Photo by Andy Lyons. Getty Images. The Pelicans are falling out of playoff contention as Anthony Davis nurses a minor wrist injury. Even with him and Drew Holiday putting together strong campaigns, depth issues have kept Nola out of playoff picture. Luka Doncic should be an all-star, which doesn't happen for too many true rookies, much less teenagers. The roster around him leaves much to be desired, but the Mavs are tough to beat at home. The Heat are the Heat. Perpetually solid, never quite good enough, but never quite bad enough. Eric Spoelstra is making the most out of what he has. The Timberwolves, despite deeply rooted flaws, have found some new life under Ryan Saunders. Karl Anthony Towns continues to assert himself as an elite offensive talent, while Robert Covington's return will eventually help the defense. The Pacers are now at a momentary crossroads, with Victor Oladipo out for the season. Depth should keep them competitive in his absence. A fifth seed feels likely, but the Pacers will take a clear step back without their all-star guard. Use your arrows to browse.